Good afternoon, jarheads. It's 1800 hours in Baghdad.
This is James the Nose Holt.
And just Jeff the Bagman Baggett, and we're just saying. So it's been a crazy week in the NFL with free agency going wild, gotta say. With big names like Julius Thomas moving from Denver to Jacksonville, and Ndamukong Suh moving down from Detroit, cold weather, to warm weather, Miami.
I bet you he's a lot happier.
Yeah. Frank Gore looks like he's going to end his career in Indy, moving from San Francisco. And Mike Iapati moving from San Francisco to Arizona. Now, I know you don't know that last name, but he was one of the top-ranked defensive linemen in the I think defensive lineman. Don't quote me on that. Darrelle Revis moving from New England to New York. DeMarco Murray moving from Dallas to Philly. Philly looks like they're building a big team with no defense.
So why is New York Jets getting people from New England?
Because New England doesn't need them. But like I was saying, it looks like Philly's building a good offensive team, much like my bewildered Saints did for a long time. Which leads me to this. All my peeps down in New Orleans, y'all just need to calm down, take the bags off your head, and breathe into them for a little bit. Because losing Jimmy Graham is not the end of the world.
But it is a great aspect for Seattle.
It is a great pickup for Seattle, simply because they needed a tight end. Over the past 4 years, Jimmy Graham has had 50 red zone receptions. That's as many as all of Seattle's tight ends have had in that period of time. But let me flash back for you New Orleans Saints fans. Year before last, y'all lost a guy named Lance Moore. Lance Moore, baby daddy, as y'all call him, accounted for 15.8% of the Saints' offense the year before he left. The next year, the Saints were ranked 4th in the NFL in offense. Didn't put a big dent on them. Jimmy Graham, his career in New Orleans, has accounted for 13.5% of New Orleans' offense. Now, that's a big number, but the thing is, Drew Brees is going to find somebody to throw to. And if it's not Jimmy Graham, it's going to be somebody else. Let's look at Jimmy Graham's numbers, though. Everybody sees he's got 51 touchdowns since coming to New Orleans 5 years ago. That's only 10 touchdowns per season. 50 red zone receptions is only 10 per season. His longest, can you guess how long his longest reception is?
15 yards.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer. It's 59 yards.
Really?
59 yards was Jimmy Graham's longest catch of his career in New Orleans.
I was going to go with short routes that
whole time. Well, that's a great point, because where the Saints are going to miss Jimmy Graham the most, of Jimmy Graham's receptions, 69.7 of them have come for first downs. What Drew Brees is going to have to do is find himself a safety valve. Now, when they let Darren Sproles go a couple of years back, I told my dad, I said, that's a big loss because that's your safety valve. Now, am I concerned that Drew Brees isn't going to find it? No. He's going to find a safety valve. So once again, Saints fans, everybody chill out, because he's going to be fine. We're going to see what Sean Payton can do with now he's got some cap money. Hopefully he won't blow it on somebody who gets injured in the second game. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Javaris Bird. So, that being said, New Orleans, my peeps down there, I'm still a Saints fan at heart. I just want y'all to know, calm down. It's going to be okay.
I guess my long-winded stuff today is the NCAA tourney.
You got to understand, people down in New Orleans, they get crazy over the Saints. So it really takes a
totally understand.
A lot of them are drunk too, so it takes a lot to calm them down. But go on about the tourney.
North Carolina, if we don't win 20 games a year, then
you know how it is.
We want to throw out our coach automatically, and then we want to start all of a sudden getting one and dones. Kind of like Jalil Okafor.
Quit.
Now, on to the tourney this
Love
year.
your team, don't hate another.
That's correct. Right. No, wrong. On to the tourney this year. We got a lot of bubble teams to watch, but I'm going to go with the easy matches and what's predicted here in our future. Of course, it changes every day. You can look it up on ESPN or CBS and see a prediction of the bracket. Earlier, before we even started the broadcast, looked at the new tourney predictions. And, of course, you got Kentucky as a number one, Virginia as a number one.
I want to interject before you go off on who the projected bracket looks like. Who are your top 12 teams right now?
Top 12 teams in our nation at the time. Number one is Kentucky.
Right.
2 is Duke. 3 is Virginia. 4 Villanova. 5 Arizona. 6 Wisconsin. 7 Gonzaga. 8 Maryland.
Stop right there. Okay. Top 12 teams.
He goes with top 12 and gives me 8.
8. Because really, you picking any one of those to win it all?
2 of those.
All right. Go through 9 through 12.
9 through 12 is Kansas, 9, which stands a chance. 10, Northern Iowa, not a chance. 11, Notre Dame, maybe in football. And 12, Wichita State, which has had good year.
Okay, so my bottom line, here's my question. Pick 2 teams right now out of those top 12 that are going to win it all.
I'm going to go with, as long as Virginia's healthy, but there's the Kentucky going to go with Virginia, Wisconsin.
I have stumped the nose, people.
Going to go with Virginia, Wisconsin. I'm not going to go with the easy Kentucky pick.
I am going to go with Wisconsin, and I'm going to go with Notre Dame because I can't go against Notre Dame. I think they'll find a way to win it.
Okay, I love you, man.
Let's mark it.
There again, on teams that we love. North Carolina is ranked at projection polls here at a number 4 in the South right now.
So let's look at brackets. What does that mean?
Brackets right now, you take your top number 1 teams, which are actually 1 through 4 at the time.
Are they?
Kentucky, Duke, Virginia, Villanova, and they have given them number 1 seeds. You've got Kentucky with what I see as a pretty easy bracket, except for Wisconsin coming in at a number 2 in their bracket.
If Wisconsin makes that far.
Wisconsin will. I mean, they're a lock. These teams are a lock, which you hate, but they're a lock.
So you see 1 and 2 facing off. Final 4.
In that bracket, there's a big possibility, yes. Then you got, that's in the Midwest at this time. West itself, I think the hard team would be to pick Villanova even going to the Final 4. I think they are the number 1 team that will have the hardest time with their 16. Which is Lafayette. These are locks pretty much. Villanova will face Lafayette.
Lafayette, Indiana, Lafayette, Louisiana. Ooh, good question. Throwing it out there, you don't know.
It's not going to matter.
Who cares about a number 16?
It's not going to matter.
I'm telling you, Michigan State cared about Murray State when they took them to OT.
We'll get to 2s and 15s here in a second. But Virginia either plays a play-in game with Manhattan or Robert Morris when they come in as a number 1.
They play the play-in
game. Sorry,
yeah,
yes.
The play-in.
Manhattan or Robert Morris, which Virginia won't have a problem with.
Wait, so they're playing on number 2. Virginia is number 1.
Virginia is the number 1, and Duke is the last number 1 in the South there against North Florida, who doesn't have a team since God knows when. It's like a Western Carolina University, which I love. Go Catamounts. That would get in, and they're not going to make it past a Duke.
Yeah.
But here's your number 2 teams with number 15, which here in the past 4 years have been looking like, well, I can't pass a number 15 team. You got Wisconsin and Belmont, which I think Wisconsin will roll. Kansas versus North Carolina Central. North Carolina Central's really not got that hard of a team, but Kansas is an up-and-down team, so you never know which one's coming. Then you, of course, have, and I'm trying to go through quick, Gonzaga versus North Dakota State, which shouldn't be a problem for Gonzaga, but I'm looking at Arizona and Coastal Carolina. I know that's a crazy one right there. And you're going to think it's stupid, but I'm going to say that Coastal Carolina comes close, if not winning, against Arizona.
But
there's my 2 and 15.
They're going to have to travel and play.
You are correct.
And East Coast don't play well on the West Coast.
And you're going to Columbus, Ohio only. So it's not that far away.
But this could all change on Sunday.
It could change on Sunday. They may flip it around.
Let's look at the rankings.
Those probably are the good-looking locks. You're 1 and 16 and 2 and 15.
Looking at the rankings, who's least likely to lose?
Least likely to lose as a number 1 seed?
As any seed. Well, I mean, your top 8,
You've got Kentucky in a real easy bracket to me.
Right.
You got Duke in actually a harder bracket I see as a number one because they have a possibility this way of playing North Carolina, which would be their third, maybe fourth time, because this is not the finishing of the ACC tournament yet, maybe fourth time seeing them this year. It's hard to beat a team 3 times or 4 times. Villanova, they may have a walk.
You know what I'm saying?
Virginia has a hard one.
I'm saying right now, Kentucky's going to be a number 1 seed. They're going to go into the tourney undefeated. The last time they were undefeated, 1954, they didn't get to go to the tournament. Their coach held them out. That was the answer to the question of the day. The other day, Kentucky in 1954 went undefeated but declined an invitation. I think they come back playing with a grudge on their shoulders in some way to represent the Wildcats. If you're saying they're in an easy bracket, who knows? It could look good. But
here goes Kentucky, though. You got to look at that their top 10 are one and dones.
Yeah. All right. So what you got for me next?
We got the Who Wore It Well, the segment that you love the most.
I do love Who Wore It Well.
You actually brought it up. And
I know
was
my
great.
numbers.
I thought it was a great idea. We're going to go 6 through 10 today.
6 through 10.
If you heard last time, it was 1 through 5. We didn't go with the double knot or the knot.
Yeah. Gilbert Arenas and...
So we're going to
who's
go...
our double O?
Double zero, I would go with Parrish.
He was the only one.
Automatic.
And Gilbert Arenas was the only 0, so go figure.
Number 6. Are you ready for this?
All right, we got to put 30 seconds on the clock.
Number 6. Douglas, are you ready?
I'm always
30
ready.
seconds on the clock.
Finally, Douglas is back in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
I know,
If you've heard our
welcome
last
back.
podcast, it's been like 3 since he's been
I don't know
gone.
how he got out of that ball and chain, but he did.
Oh, my
Ooh.
gosh, don't let her hear
And
that.
go.
It's
I
okay.
didn't say it.
She doesn't like sports. It's okay.
All right, and go. The number 6, we got Bill Russell and Julius Erving.
Oh, Bill Russell.
All right, number 7, Mickey Mantle, John Elway, or Nate Archibald.
I am never going to go against Mickey Mantle.
Loser. Number 8,
John Elway was a good player on a couple of
13
championships.
seconds left. Sorry,
but
we
he
got to
was
go.
not good.
8,
Go.
Troy Aikman, Steve Young.
Steve Young.
Number 9, Gordie Howe or Drew Brees.
Gordie Howe.
Oh, my God, you went against Drew Brees. Number 10, Fran Tarkenton or Walt Frazier.
Walt Frazier.
Oh, right in the buzzer time, if you could hear that.
I might want to take that last one back.
Wow, did you go against Drew Brees?
I did. Drew
After
Brees
you
is
just
a
gave me
great
a
quarterback.
10-minute rant on that you were a New Orleans boy?
Drew
Oh,
Brees
my
was
gosh.
great.
Somebody throw a keg of beer at this guy when they go
Drew
back
Brees
to New
is
Orleans.
great, but he's not the greatest. Okay?
but
Gordie
he
Howe,
looks
on the
good.
other hand.
He's looking good, though.
He wasn't the greatest either, but he was the second greatest.
And Troy Aikman and Steve Young, you go with
Ah.
Steve Young. Wow.
All right, so we're getting to the point that we're going to need to wrap this up, boys and girls. Do we have anything left that we want to talk about? Oh, who you got? I'm going to give you a who you got.
Gosh. Okay, I wasn't
You ready?
ready.
Who you got? Best 1-2 in the NBA. I'm going to give you 4 choices.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving and LBJ, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, Blake Griffin and Chris Paul, or Russell Westbrook and KD.
Oh.
I'll even put it in front of you. I'm not going to show you the stats though.
I'm gonna go with Westbrook and KD. Even though I'm a strong fan of Stephen Curry, I'm gonna go with Westbrook.
Incorrect. The correct answer was
Oh.
Paul Millsap.
Incorrect. You told me who I would take.
Paul
This is an
Millsap
opinion.
and Al Horford, the starting 2 for the Atlanta Hawks, who had the best, second best record.
You're playing in an East League that is crappy right now.
Then the correct answer should have been Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson.
There you go. That was my other choice. I said.
Who are? I thought you said.
And I went with Russell Westbrook.
51-12 at Golden State. Stephen
Kevin
Curry.
Durant can't stay healthy enough right now for him to help out Westbrook.
But I'm saying when they're playing, I meant when they're playing.
Side by side.
Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook are combining for 52.7 points, 13.7 rebounds, and 12.4 assists. Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson are at 45.4 points, 7.6 rebounds,
Your
and
who
10.8.
you got should have been anybody in the league as number 1 and 2 against Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
What surprises
What
me
would
the
you have
most,
done?
what surprises me the most, is how much better KD and Westbrook are than everybody else.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Who would you have? Anybody else in the league as 1 and 2, or Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan?
Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan.
There you go.
There it is.
All right.
That's all right. We're gonna wrap it up again. And we're going to leave you with the question of the day that Douglas is going to give to us.
All right, and this is for an autographed picture of the nose and the Bagman, and I will even offer up a half hour of math tutoring.
Priceless
Here. All right.
You can learn to do statistics like me.
So, what team drafted both John Elway and Dan Marino?
In the same year.
In the same year at that.
Facebook is tweet us with the answer, and we'll send you that. Picture of us and signed autograph, and we'll work something out with
We'll
our.
Skype you. We'll Skype you with the math tutoring.
Yeah.
This has been James the Nose Holt.
And Jeff the Bagman Baggett. And that's not cauliflower you smell. And we're just saying.
You guys, you lollygag the ball around the infield. You lollygag your way down to first. You lollygag in and out of the dugout. Do you know what that makes you, Larry?
Lollygaggers.
Lollygaggers. What's our record, Larry?
8 and 16.
8 and 16. How'd we ever win 8?
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.